The Mandela effect was interesting when it first started showing up on YouTube, but it's just simply not true. Misremembering, in more cases than not, the people that know the truth hide it and don't want you to know about it. All of it is simply, it's blamed. This is the one that got to me the most, though. Ed McMahon.
American Family.
$2 million?
American Family.
$10 million. Only from American Family. 3 grand prizes, folks. You may already be the winner of $1 million, $2 million, even $10 million. I will personally start awarding these giant prizes just 3 months from now. So watch your mail for the envelope with my picture. $10 million. All for you.
So when a big thing about Ed McMahon not working for Publishers Clearinghouse was made relevant, I grew up watching these commercials. And I would see him on the Late Show, and I'd be like, that's the guy on the TV selling magazines. So when they said, no, that wasn't him, I'm like, yes, I remember. Clearly, that was him. Like a lot of you guys.
Where to win the biggest sweepstakes prize of all time.
American Family, join us.
Tim Blakely and Rebecca Wright won millions of dollars. Now you can win $10 million. Only from American Family. No other sweepstakes with a prize this big. I will personally award this giant cash fortune. Be sure to enter the sweepstakes with my picture.
Join us.
Millions and millions of dollars. All for you.
Now, Ed was working with the losing company. That's why we all thought it was Publishers Clearinghouse. He worked for the company American Family, which they filed bankruptcy, changed it to something else, and then finally closed down. So Publishers Clearinghouse won the magazine wars. We did see him on TV selling magazines. We would get his little card in the mail with his face on it. They were just a losing company. So he didn't work for the Publishers Clearinghouse, but he did sell magazines. So that's the confusion.
Grand prize, $10 million. And you may be the winner. Millions of dollars for homes, cars, boats, travel, all for you.
And still have millions of dollars left over.
So watch your mail for the American Family envelope with my picture. Grand prize, $10 million. I will personally award this giant cash fortune. Enter now.
Cluttering my desk.
Don't you know you could win $2 million?
Those contests aren't for real.
That's what we used to think.
But this check is real.
It's just a big come on.
That's what I used to think.
Do you know what this sign could mean to you? Millions of dollars. So stop making excuses. Enter the one and only Publishers Clearinghouse Sweepstakes.
There's no place like our house.
Come on, send it in.
So American Family magazine commercials aren't on TV no more. We see Publishers Clearinghouse commercials, and we don't see Ed McMahon. We simply think he just doesn't work for him anymore. And we just continue seeing Publishers Clearinghouse commercials. That's where the confusion comes from. The Mandela effect is manipulative because it makes you think that you're crazy. I mean, you clearly remember these commercials. You get these envelopes in the mail with 200 little stamps on it where you get to pick out your little favorite magazine and mail it back in. It was this whole big ordeal. So we did remember this, and people just like, well, he didn't work for Publishers Clearinghouse, and not actually saying, well, he did work for American Family Publishers. You're just being a smartass. You're just trying to make somebody feel stupid. And this is why I had to start looking into it, because I remember him on the TV selling magazines. And the big con about the Mandela effect is you go research it on Goggle. You type in, did Ed McMahon work for the Publishers Clearinghouse? And it reinforces itself because he didn't. But Google's not going to say, well, he didn't work there, but he did work here. And you'd be like, oh, well, that makes perfect sense. That's why I would think that.
On for American Family's fourth $10 million winner. $10 million, all for you next month. In the only sweepstakes with my picture. Last chance to enter before I announce the winning number just weeks from now.
And I would say Ed McMahon inadvertently advertised for Publishers Clearinghouse, but by being on TV and advertising magazines, when that company went under, people just associated him with Publishers Clearinghouse. That was a lot of free publicity they got where they didn't have to pay him revenue. He didn't get his cut. That's probably what sent American Family under. I can't imagine what kind of money he would have got for sponsoring it, because he would essentially been the face of the company. But that didn't work out. It's hard to run business where you got to pay a royalty or a commission to somebody for their name. And there's probably footage of Ed McMahon actually delivering one of these checks to the winners, because in one of the commercials I showed, he says, "I will personally deliver the check." So there again, it fell into the Mandela effect, because they say, no, he did not work. He did not never deliver the check. He didn't ever work at Publishers Clearinghouse. And people are like, no, I remember. He clearly did. So I think the Mandela effect is manipulation. It might be part of some kind of secret agenda to make you question your own memory, like you're just too dumb to realize what you watch a movie a couple of times and you're supposed to memorize every line in the movie. It's more of a gotcha moment, a way to have fun and insult somebody. I mean, like, take Darth Vader, for instance. People didn't really know the real line because we weren't basing it on the movie. We were playing with fans. And you're not going to go around in a fan saying, "No, I'm your father. No, I'm your father." People won't even know what the hell you're talking about. So that's why it come about. You're talking in a fan and you're all like, "Luke, I'm your father."
La la la, Luke, Luke, I am your father.
Aw, I've interrupted happy time. Look, your father...
Power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.